Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I forgot to Oh, shit. Did I just break that? Uh-oh. I have a little stool, and I think I just broke it. Oh, well. Sorry, I forgot to add myself to the stream. I'm just cleaning off my board. I haven't painted in a while, so some of this paint is all crusted and dried. Others aren't. But what's up, everyone? Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or the huge, wherever you are in the world. Kind of stuff. Alrighty. Hope everyone's doing well. Had a weird couple of days. The internet's just a weird place to be right now. But, I felt like painting today. I got a new stool in. It's like a leaning, or it's for a standing desk, but it's like a leaning stool. And so I hope that'll make a big difference when I do these painting streams, because when you're standing for hours in the same position, hunched over, it's not very comfortable, as you guys can imagine. So I had a stool, but it wasn't very good. So I was like, I'll get a new one. And so I was looking at artists that I like, and this was one that a lot of them had. It was a little bit expensive, but I mean, it's super comfortable. We're going to test it out in this stream and see if I like it. See if my butt likes it, because it's like got memory foam and it's supposed to be super comfy. See if I like it, and if I don't like it, I'll return it like the last stool I got. But so far, I mean, it feels pretty comfortable, but I haven't sat here for like a few hours painting. But we'll see how it goes. One thing that I want to do sometime this week is paint at least one of those Halloween canvases that I have. I have a gravestone, I have the potion bottle, and 3 coffin canvases that I want to paint. So we'll see if I can get to any of those. Also, if any of you guys live in Southern California, those paintings that I did, the eye and the crystal ball, the moon with like the werewolf lady in it, Lassie, I think is what we named her. And then what else did I paint? The skeleton. So all of those, it was for Art Supply Warehouse. And so all of those are going to be on display in like their art show. They're having like a big like art party for it on October 22nd. So if you guys want to go see my paintings, you guys can go there and see them. I think I might go sometime this week and go check them out. I need to get my chat up here so I can see what you guys are all saying. I need to start bringing my iPad out here. Let me pull this up on my... There we go. All right, got it pulled up. I want to hide the poll, though. Dismiss poll. There we go. You grew up in Garden Grove? Oh, so Porkins, you know exactly where... Wait, Porkins, aren't you from Australia? I don't know why. I thought you were from Australia. Yeah, the Art Supply Warehouse, it's in Westminster. But they'll have those paintings on display, so if you guys want to go see them, that's where they will be. Why are you up? I'm on a weird sleep schedule, so I go to sleep during the day now, and I wake up at night. And I spend time with Peaches when he gets off work. And then I make YouTube videos, and well, I do research and make YouTube videos. I edit them, I upload them, and then I go to bed when Peaches, like I make Peaches his coffee and his breakfast. He goes off to work, I go to bed, I wake up, and then I do the whole thing over. I like working at night because that's when like all of the news comes out, if that makes sense, like for YouTube coverage. And I feel like I get a lot more done at night. I feel like it's easier for me to focus at night. I'm a night owl after all. And I don't know, I've always felt much more productive at night than I do during the day. It's my inner vampire, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. And that's like one of the things that's really inconvenient about being on the West Coast is that like everyone's up and doing things, and like their day's already started when like we're just waking up. So it's better for me to get all this stuff done during the early hours of the day. Okay. I'm so sad. I might need to get a new easel soon because this one is just not staying. I've made a lot more progress on getting the frames all done, which is awesome. If I do say so myself. Did I really break this thing? Ugh, so inconvenient. Okay, let me... Most artists are productive from 2 to 4 a.m. So you guys all get me. Y'all get it. Okay, this stool is like... This foot thing. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. The stool is going to take some adjusting because it's like one that leans. Okay, let's get ready to start mixing some paint. Let's clean off my phone. What did you break, Anna? Oh, I broke the, I have this like little, it's for when you're sitting at your desk. It's like a little, not a footstool, but it's like for your posture. It's from IKEA. Look at how destroyed my phone is. Like there's chunks missing out of it. But you guys like this sticker? I love it. I got it, where did I get the sticker on? I think I got it on Etsy. Freaking love it, man. It's a great sticker. I tried out that whole Reels thing on the Instagrams, and just wasn't that great. Where's my juice? I brought my juice out here. Oh, I thought I brought my juice out here. It's getting thirsty. I could have sworn I brought it out here. I guess not. Oh well. Good middle of the night. Yeah, I know. Can we get a stool sample for later? Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, this stool is freaking expensive, man. It was like $160. So it's super comfy, like as far as like the foam and everything. I just don't know if it's... Let me clean off some of these brushes. Before I get started. I need to get better about like cleaning my brushes with soap and whatnot before I get started painting. I always just leave them in the turp, which is bad. It like destroys the glue and everything for it, and it'll make them bend if they're not high quality. I just haven't been able to find my my whatchamacallit stuff, my soap, which is kind of important when you're cleaning off brushes. But what can I do? I should just order more. As you can see, I'm already very productive today. It's nice seeing a lot of familiar faces in the chat. I hope you guys have all been doing well. I know I haven't been painting a lot. I feel like there's never enough hours in the day. And then if I'm like not in the mood to paint, I feel like my paintings just don't look right. And I want them to look as, as best as they possibly can, because this is like someone's eye that somebody was kind enough to volunteer for me to paint. So I think it's important to do the best job that I possibly can. Alrighty. What soap do you use? I feel like I should put it in the... Okay, this stool thing below me is not... Okay, there we go. Okay, that's much better. Much, much better. Shoot, I don't know what it's called off the top of my hand. It's like a circle and it's tan. I'll see if I can find the links. I'll just pull it up right now and put it in the chat. From the Amazon. Also, if you're a girl, it's really great for cleaning your makeup brushes. How is this not coming up? Have I not bought soap in the past 2 years? No results found. How is it not? I know I bought soap. Okay. All right, I found one. It's called the Masters. Here's the soap that I use. There's the Amazon link. Hopefully that pops up for everyone. Did that pop up? Okay, good. Brush soap. Brush cleaner. Yeah, that's it. It's great. If you have like, it's the best soap that you can get for paint. I would highly recommend it. Ugh, I can't speak today. Sometimes you can get a pack of 2, which I would recommend as well. I would also recommend getting they're like little cleaners that you can, let me see if I can find one on here. You kind of like use them to like swiggle around. Okay, here you go. Like, this is typically used for like makeup brushes, but trust me, when you're like scrubbing your paint, this is really, really good too. So I would highly recommend getting that as well. Or so you don't have to get the one that I put, but if you get something like that, it really makes a difference. So I would recommend it. But that's just me. You don't have to get it if you don't want it. The light reflection, guessing it's a bug zapper. Oh yeah, 100%. That's my bug zapper. 100% is my bug zapper. Those links are whack. Well, one of them should work at least. At least one should work. Now, I believe this person is a ginger. They go by Jean Grey on Twitter. Don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but pretty eye, even though they don't have a soul. Okay. Let me add more. feel like I need to go get my iPad so I can have the picture of the eye up and have everything else up as well, or the chat. It's been a weird few days, guys. Like, everything that happened with Nick, I don't know why. I'm kind of exhausted by it. Like, seeing, like, people turn on him. And then, it's weird. People were giving me shit for talking about it. And I'm like, Nick's one of my friends. Like, why would I not talk about it? Like, it's kind of bizarre to me that people were giving me shit for defending Nick. I'm like, he's literally one of my friends. Like, why would I not say something, right? I mean, what kind of shitty friend are you? But I don't know. People are like, you're making more of a big deal about it than he is. And I'm like, he doesn't have a Twitter. Like, I'm sure if he had a Twitter, he would be talking about it on Twitter. And he's definitely talked about it on locals. He's gone on streams and talked about it. So giving me shit for talking about it, they're like, you're blowing it out of proportion. I'm like, the dude got his channel deleted. Or, I mean, he didn't get it deleted. Weirdos, like, tried canceling him and got it deleted. Like, why would I not talk about that, you know? And then it's so bizarre to me, you know, what people think you can and cannot talk about, or what they deem you can and cannot talk about. I'm like, you're just a shitty friend, and that's not my fault. And somebody's like, oh, you're just getting emotional because you're a girl. And I'm like, so Umbrella Guy and Yellow Flash are allowed to talk about it because they're boys? I don't know. I find that just so bizarre. Well, I know, like, Tug and Yellow Flash are getting shit from people for other reasons too, but it's just the constant moving of the goalpost I find extremely ironic. But I mean, like, seriously, like, what kind of friends are you if you're one of your friends that you've, like, met in real life that's, like, you know, a genuinely good person and did nothing wrong, you know, just called out fucking weird shit, made jokes about weird shit, and then weirdos didn't like that he made jokes about their weird shit, and they didn't like getting caught doing their weird shit, and so they did a freaking mass flagging campaign against him. Like, why am I not allowed to call that shit out? I don't know. I find it very bizarre, like, what people, you know, deem that you can and cannot talk about it. And it's like, you don't have to watch my videos. You don't have to follow me on Twitter. And take in mind, people complaining don't follow me on Twitter. So that's even more of an irony there. Okay. So this person has warm light and cool shadows. Very, very pretty eyes, even though they're blue. I will say that. And light eyelashes. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun one to paint. Okay. My cousin gets here from Florida tomorrow, or I guess technically today. If you guys don't know, so my truck was from, like, the early 90s, and you know, it was kind of on its last leg. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. But my poor little truck, it gave out on me at least 2 months ago now. And so I haven't had a vehicle for the past 2 months, and I've either been, like, Ubering or, like, just using Peach's car, or just having Peaches chauffeur me around, which it's super inconvenient. But I mean, I don't really leave my house that often, so it didn't affect me as much as I know it would, like, other people. Like, if I had to drive to go to work, I know it would really affect me. But it has been, like, inconvenient. Like, if I want to go to the grocery store and Peaches isn't here, and it's, like, a nightmare if you're getting groceries and putting it in an Uber, so I just have to wait. So that has been, like, a pain in the butt, not being able. I need to turn one of these lights up because I can't see this very well. There we go. So that's been a nightmare. But my dad had a friend who was, like, moving, and so he wanted to sell his truck, and so he gave my dad a good deal, which in turn gave me a good deal on it, because my dad's like, oh, my daughter needs a vehicle and she wants a truck. And so it's probably the newest thing that I will own for a very long time, because it is expensive, but I mean, it's a better deal than I would get from a dealership. So, and it's a nice truck, and since we already know who the people are, it'll be good. It'll be nice to actually have like a working vehicle for a change. Not that my vehicle wasn't working, but I mean, it did its job. It got me from point A to point B, but now when I take orders to the post office, I can fit a lot more, because there is a back seat, and it's not like a long bed, it's a short bed, but I mean, the back seat will make a difference, especially when it starts raining. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. But my cousin was in Florida, and so he said that he would drive it back for me. So my cousin's been on like a little road trip with his friends, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't total it before it gets here. But he texted me saying that they'll be here tomorrow night. So that's exciting. So I'll have a vehicle. So I'll be able to go to the art store, which will be nice. And I'll be able to get groceries, which is nice too. Mm-hmm. Person has very light skin in some areas. So that's going on. Oh, I streamed a little bit more on Twitch, which was fun. I really liked waking up and playing Elden Ring and like making progressions in that game. I finally got like a dress so my chick doesn't look totally like a dude, which is nice. That's sad that I had to even say that sentence. Yeah, my chick in this game, she doesn't totally look like a dude now. There are a lot of different pigments in this person's skin, which is going to make for a very interesting painting. The lighter the skin, the more difficult it is to paint. When you have a darker skin, you have a fuller range of values. So if you don't know what values are a scale from the whitest white to the darkest dark. So from basically white to black. Even though true black doesn't exist in nature, the only time you'll find true black is in a black hole, which I don't have access to at the moment. But when you have somebody with light skin, they usually don't have that big of a value range. You're usually going from like maybe a 1 to maybe a 5. And so it makes it a little bit difficult when you are painting them or when you're doing your colors. And so when you have darker skin, in my personal opinion, it makes for a more interesting color palette. I like lots of contrast. And so if you ever look at an artist, if you look up the art of Brahm, his stuff actually kind of reminds me of Pinhead. Some of them there, but if you look up his book, The Art of Brahm, that's like extreme high contrast when he does his colors. So even if you don't like his like subject matter, if you just look at the color palette and how he'll put like pure white next to, just pure black, it is very compelling. And so you know instantly where the focal point is in his paintings. And I think he does a very good job. I have his book. He did like a Kickstarter for it, but I bought it on Amazon. I didn't know that it was a Kickstarter campaign until I read the, what was it? Like the little back of it where he thanked everyone that supported him. It's a really nice book. It's a little weird at times, but, every artist has their kinks, I guess. I feel like him and Tim Vigil would get along very well. Probably should have another device. This is one thing that you learn. You need more and more devices. Brahm. Yeah. Art of Brahm. The Art of Brahm. If you look up like the book or just on Google Images, just type in The Art of Brahm. You guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. I've been more depressed these past couple days than usual. It's getting closer and closer to my birthday. And I don't know. I always miss my family at this time of year. And so my sister would always get me something nice for my birthday. So it's always kind of hard thinking about it. And then it's going to be my grandmother. She's celebrating her 85th birthday this weekend. So I'm going to be out of town for that. But she is my last grandparent. And that, like, I don't know, it's been really weighing on me that I'm down to one grandparent. So I don't know. I've been feeling weird these past couple of days. On top of everything weird that's been happening, I'm just like, wow. Like, I don't know how many more birthdays it's going to be for my grandma, and it's just making me really depressed. So painting's going to hopefully help my mood. But I don't know. It's always like my birthday and Christmas, I feel, are the worst days of the year for me. So I've always felt or found that painting calms me and puts me in a better mood because I feel like I'm accomplishing something, if that makes sense. Like, I might not be making any big contributions to like the world or society, but I feel like at least in my own little way, I am making progress in something. So I just try to, I don't know, it's always put me in a better mood. I don't feel completely useless when I do stuff like this. Dying is taking off tight shoes. That's a unique way of looking at it, I guess. I saw this one video of like this lady that was like 109, and I was like, oh Jesus, like she was literally just like a skeleton in a bed, and I was like, oh my God. Cecil cures my blues. I'm sure he'd love to hear that. You can tell him. He doesn't hear that very often from people. Somebody said I should label these as ASMR streams, and I'm like, no, thank you. What if I want to play like a serial killer documentary in the background? I don't think people that are waiting for ASMR are going to like that. Okay. Need more blue or more white already. Gonna go through this tube soon. I'm really irritated if I left my juice inside. I could have sworn I brought it out here. I don't know if any of you guys watch the new Game of Thrones show, but this last episode was so good. I liked the episode before it a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like they're rushing through so much. I don't know. I feel like they could have spent more time on things and built things up a little bit. I like all the memes that people make about like how everyone was like against John and Danny being together because they were aunt and nephew, but like everyone loves like Damon and Rhaenyra together. And I'm like, ew. Ew, ew, ew. I think though that kid that they got to play the one with the one eye, that they got a good actor. He looks psycho. one thing when you're painting eyes is even the whites of your eyes are never pure white. So you need to make not a gray, but you want to give it a type of blue. And so it's interesting. So his or hers, I don't know. I have a feeling it's boy. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I don't know. Never asked. Something you can tell like instantly that it's a boy, but because I don't know this person's real name, I'm not sure. But you don't want to ever have it pure white. Okay. Okay. It's a little too wet still. Oh, there's 61 people in here. Hi. Surprised there's so many people here this, in the middle of the night watching me paint. Hello, everyone. I feel like I could mix colors all day, but just do the corner of the eye color. (8:47 p.m.) Oh. It's during the day for some people. Kanye is going full 4chan. It's Kanye West. Like, what do you expect? Dude's crazy. Is he still trying to get Kim back? That, I think, is hilarious. Okay. Time for the eye. Let's get a canvas. No. Do I have paint on my butt? I don't think so. There's paint on my seat. But... Okay. Okie dokie. Well, that's 7:45 in Germany. Oh, hello. I love Germany. When are you streaming on Twitch next? I don't know. Maybe today. I'm not sure. I think I'm actually going to go run in and grab my iPad and my juice. So I'm going to play one of those video things for you guys. And I will be right back because I want to have something to drink and then another thing so I can see the chat and the photo at the same time. Be a little bit more interactive with you guys. So hopefully my iPad's not dead. Let me play you guys a video. Okay. We'll do... Hopefully I can make it back in time. We'll do this one. I am back. Took a little longer than I thought. Because my iPad was fucking A. I keep breaking. Oh yeah, this thing's got a giant split in it now. Oh well. Alright, let's see if my iPad is dead. It most likely is. Oh, it's not dead. It's at 52%. That never happens. Okay. Ow! Let me get the iPhoto. Come on. Regular way, please. Oh my goodness. Did you find your juice? Yeah, I had filled it up and then I put it in the fridge. So that way it would be cold. Come on, iPad. Come on, iPad. Trying to get the photo up on it so I could have the iPad with the photo in front of me. Everything's difficult, though. Trying to airdrop it, which usually works very quickly. Except right now. Let me see, what Wi-Fi is it connected to? I got a story to tell you guys about my Wi-Fi hell today. Okay, it says that it's connected. Oh, no. Maybe it'll connect to my phone's Wi-Fi. That way everything will switch over. How to join hotspot. Join my phone's hotspot. Aha, there we go. And his iPhone. Connect, bitch. Take my shit. Yay, okay, connected. Now we'll see if airdrop will work. Come on. Airdrop, airdrop. Airdrop. I believe in you, you damn phone and iPad. Technology, man. Ugh. Really? And his iPad. Come on. Aha! Perfect. Got it. Cool. Ugh. Okay. Keep that right in front of me. It's not on. Cool. We'll have that. And then the chat will be up on my phone. There we go. Any update on Jack Show plushies? No, I still need to talk to the guy, which I haven't had time to yet this week. I'll send him an email after this stream is over. I'm glad that you guys actually want them. I told like the guys, and the way I pitched it to like John and Cecil was like, you guys don't have to do anything. They do everything. We just have to promote it. And they were like, okay. That was the selling point. Would you guys buy that Star Wars girl plushie? Does the Cecil one come wet? Oh, gross. Gross, gross, gross. Oh, yeah, so a story I can tell you guys. So, my internet, as you guys know, kind of fucking sucks. And so I use Spectrum, but I guess like AT&T, they added that new, what is it? Like some kind of, it's a thing that Nick wants. It's like that cord or something. Some kind of special cord that makes your internet better. And so they had like somebody come up to the door and they were like, oh, well, we just got from AT&T, we got this new cord thingy in the area. And I was like, oh, good, because Spectrum fucking sucks. And I told them I would have to like look at it, but then I guess one day when I wasn't here, or one of the times, I don't know, I guess I wasn't here when the person came back again, and Peaches talked to them, and they set up an appointment for this person to come out and like install the internet. And I told Peaches, like, I haven't looked into it yet. And he's like, well, just let them like install the cord. Person comes today. Of course, they come right as I'm like falling asleep and I'm in bed and I'm all warm. I'm in the right position. And, you know, when you get comfortable, you're about to fall asleep. And the doorbell rings. And I'm like, I will fucking kill you. But I thought it was FedEx with the stuff that I had shipped to myself from Cincinnati Comic-Con. And so I was like, oh, because I checked like my Ring app. I should have just gone back to sleep. I shouldn't have gotten up. But I was stupid. And I didn't do that. Instead, I got up and I went to the door, and it wasn't FedEx, it was the AT&T guy. And he's like, I'm here to install this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't switch my internet yet. I haven't looked into this. And so he's like, oh, well, I'm going to do it. And then Peaches was like texting me, and he's like, let them do it. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, how long are you going to be here? And he's like, 3 to 5 hours. And I was like, I have to stay awake for 3 to 5 hours. I didn't. I passed out. The guy did everything while I was sleeping. It was inside my house while I was sleeping. And like I tried staying up, but I just couldn't do it. I don't know what this person did when they were inside my house. Apparently they drilled in my wall. They put some kind of cord up, connected it to like the phone lines and whatnot, all while I was sleeping. And Peaches comes home and he's like, let me see where they put the cord. He goes and looks, and he's like, I don't like that because it goes over our roofs, or like our garage roof and our roof, and it goes like this weird way. And he's like, I don't like that it's touching like our roof. So he goes and he cuts the freaking wire. And I'm like, what the fuck? So that dude, like all the work he did today, I was honestly more upset about him waking my ass up and, you know, ruining my sleep. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? After all that, like the guy spent like putting the freaking wires and coming to our house, waking my ass up and doing all that, you cut the freaking wires? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right. So I was not a happy camper this morning because I was fucking tired. Dude woke me up twice because I told him to go away. And then he came back after talking to Peaches. And I'm like, I hate people. I hate them. And did you make into a bathtub full of ice? Do you still have all your organs? Well, I mean, they would have been sorely disappointed if they were looking for a kidney. I only got one. Be dead by now. But yeah, I'm not too happy with the AT&T people for waking me up. Peaches, I guess, told me that there was an appointment and to look into it, see if I wanted to cancel the appointment. I thought it was like a phone consultation appointment, not there's a person coming to your house to install a wire. And so I missed that part of the conversation, I guess, and I'm not amused at all. I'm recording. Okay, good. I'm not amused at all by the chain of events that took place today. Because then somebody else came and woke me up. I guess some people that are part of like this program went around and like painted all of like our addresses on the curb, and I was like, why did you do that? It was fine. And the guy like was asking for donations, and I was super irritated because I'm like, I just got back to sleep and you're knocking on my like taking mine though. Like I should have been a little bit nicer. Well, I was, but at the same time I'm just like, dude, I was like, I'm I was like, I can go and paint my address on my own damn thing. And I was like, I didn't approve this. And he's like, well, it's part of this charity program. And I was like, what's the charity? And he told me the charity. And I was like, I don't approve of that charity. And he looked at me like I was a crazy person. And I'm just like, I am an artist. I could go and paint my own thing on, like, my own address on the sidewalk if I wanted to. I didn't agree to this. And Peaches, like, we didn't agree to it either. He wasn't happy about it either, because now, like, our curb looks super janky with our address, like, spray painted on. And it was already fine. Like, there already was, like, an address on the sidewalk already. And so I was just like, I don't like the way that you did it. And I was like, can I get a donation? Can you donate me a can of, like, spray paint or cleaner so I can take this off? And the guy wasn't amused, but neither was I. If there's one thing I absolutely hate, it's being woken up. And I am like the dragon lady. If I get woken up, I absolutely hate getting woken up from my sleep. And to have it happen twice in one day, I was not amused in the slightest. Yeah. I don't know if you guys feel that place. Some people need to mind their own business. Exactly. I don't agree with people, like, coming to my house and spray painting my curb. I don't care if it's for a charity. Like, that shit really pisses me off. Especially when it's, like, a charity that I don't support. You know? And I mean, that sounds bad, but I mean, I don't know. There's some things that, you know, I fundamentally disagree with, and I don't want to give money to things that I fundamentally disagree with, if that makes any sense. So this guy's, and I told him, because he wanted like $20, and he's like, yeah, most people donate $20, but you know, you don't have to. And I'm just like, so you come to my house, you spray paint my sidewalk, and then you ask me for money, and I don't want to be like the neighbor that doesn't, you know, participate, or like I don't know, like a bad neighbor. But I'm just like, some of our neighbors have like nice tile on their curb with their like address. And I'm just like, you did it without my permission. I didn't ask for this. I didn't volunteer for this. I didn't sign up for this. Neither did Peaches. We're both a little like irritated by it. And then you want money from us? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't think I'm out of line for that. I have a no soliciting sign. It says, don't come to my door if you don't have Girl Scout cookies. I think it's funny. People don't listen to it, though. And I'm serious in the sign. I'm just like, unless you're selling Thin Mints, go away. It's one of those funny ones where it's like, we know who we're voting for. We found Jesus. Like, basically every little check mark that they always ask you when they come to the door, and it literally says at the end, it's like, if you're not a Girl Scout selling Thin Mints, go away. My mom liked it, but they don't fucking read anything. I don't know. Do you guys think I'm out of line? Like, if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm happy to admit it, but in this situation, I don't know. I don't like somebody coming to my property, doing something without my permission or my consent, and then asking me for money and trying to guilt me into a charity. Like, I don't think that that is unreasonable for me to be kind of a little irritated by. And then, like, them trying to guilt you, like saying, oh, it's for a charity. And I'm like, well, what's the charity? And then they tell you what the charity is. And I'm like, I fundamentally disagree with that. Like, on a human level. And I don't want to say what it is, because you guys know I don't get into those kind of things, but I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat would understand where I'm coming from on some level. Like, even if you disagree and you do support it, like, I just don't. I can't. She's painting left hand. No, so my camera is actually upside down, so the camera is flipped. a lot of people get all excited. They're like, oh, Anna's a lefty. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm not a lefty. It's Adopt a Panda. I would fucking support that. If they don't go away with my dog barking. Yeah, Tulip was barking like crazy. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just... And it's not the guy who came up to, like, the door's fault. Like, I don't know. I feel like the neighborhood people, though, like, if they tell them, if I say anything, like, when they come back, Peaches said, like, if he's not here, or, like, if we're both here, just, like, if they come back, just to, like, pretend that we're not home. And I'm like, well, that might be a little hard to do. But I don't know. It's really nobody's business, but I don't know. I just feel like my neighbors might judge me a bit. Which they shouldn't. My neighbors are all pretty nice people, but I don't know. I'm just irritated by the whole situation. And I might be a little bit more irritated than usual because they woke me up. But, I mean, they didn't even ask permission. Like, that, I think, is the part that I'm really hung up on. Is I'm like, if you're going to paint on someone's curb, like, at least come to the door and ask. There was this one kid, like, a couple years ago that, like, he said, hey, like, I'm trying to raise money to, like, I don't know. He wanted to do something. I know it wasn't for school. It was like a recreational thing. But I was like, I don't know if this kid is, like, going to do a good job or not. But I told him no. I was like, he wanted to paint the curb too. And I'm like, what is with everybody wanting to paint the freaking numbers on the curb? I don't get it. I don't know. I always tell people, I'm like, if my boyfriend isn't here, then I'm not making an executive decision on something like that. But at the same time, I'm just like, I could do that myself. And Peaches even said that he's like, if we really wanted, like, our address painted on our curb, he's like, you could do it and do it better. And I was like, I know. I was like, you could do it and do it better than a lot of these people that come out here that want to do it. I don't know. I'm just venting a little bit. I'm a little irritated, if you guys cannot tell. It's like probably the most unreasonable irritation and, like, the biggest first world problem. But I don't know. I don't like people coming to my house and bothering me. What can you do, though? They don't take heed of the signs. There's nothing really you can do. It's like, leave me alone. They're like, oh, they have a no soliciting sign? Let's do everything except that. It's like, do you have Girl Scout cookies? No, bitches. I guess, like, one of our neighbors, like, I guess Peaches, I don't really talk to the neighbors because I'm never awake and I never see them. But Peaches does every now and again. And he said, like, they were doing, like, some kind of movie night. And they always want to do, like, a family-friendly movie. And I guess he suggested, I don't know, I think he suggested, like, Back to the Future or something. Or, I don't know. It was one of those type of movies, like a good movie that, like, everyone can enjoy. And I guess they picked, like, Encanto or something instead of Back to the Future. And I was like, I don't want to watch that. Like, the little bits that I have seen, it's not very entertaining. I don't know. It just doesn't look like something I want to see. And everyone that's watched it has just said it's kind of meh. And so I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to watch that. So we didn't go to the, I guess, like, the neighborhood movie night. And I'm like, the last thing I want to do is sit in somebody's backyard and watch some movie that I have no interest in anyways. And I guess, like, one of the neighbors is like, oh, how come you guys weren't at the movie night? And he's like, oh, we had other things we had to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a neighborhood event kind of person. Suggest human centipede, very family friendly. That would be funny. So like my neighbors already know I'm kind of odd already. They wouldn't be too shocked by that. I just got a notification from Indiegogo and it says, you deserve movement without pain. I'm like, the fuck? I need to opt out of those suggestions. So I showed we've been like watching, me and Peaches never watch scary movies, but I was like, it's October, like let's watch scary movies. And so we watched Poltergeist and then Misery. Peaches had never seen either. I had seen Poltergeist when I was younger. And I just remember the whole time being like, why the fuck are they still in the damn house? I was like, I remember being a kid and being like, why don't they leave? Like, why are they staying in the house? It drove me fucking crazy. Same with like my parents. They're like at the end of the movie, it's like you almost don't even feel bad for them because it's like you dumbasses are still in the fucking house. Like you just had to get like people to get your kid out of like the ghost realm. Like why the fuck are you still in the damn house? But yeah, Peaches had never seen Misery. So I was like, let me turn this on for you. And so we watched it and he's like, what the fuck? And I remember I was telling him, I was like, the first time I watched it, I was like, why? Like, how is this a scary movie? She's such like a nice lady. And I remember my friends going like, oh, just wait for it. And then she goes kind of crazy. And we're like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Lady's cray cray. Lady is cray cray. But yeah, Peaches was not expecting the hobbling scene. And he's like, she's fucked him up forever. And even like when he hit the penguin, he's like, the fucking penguin. He's like, you put it back the wrong way. She's like, this bitch is crazy. She's going to notice. I was just kind of like laughing. And I told him, I was like, yeah, Stephen King, like, he wrote that after having like a weird encounter with like a fan, right? Stephen King has lost it. I don't know. I'm not like a really big horror fan, so I'm not up to date on all of Stephen King's stuff. I know he has a very controversial Twitter. But I try to separate the art from the artist. I really like The Shining. I know that the movie's different than the book, but I do like the movie. I think it's pretty good. It's entertaining. I guess Ethan watched some feminist video on it, and it totally changed his perspective on it, and he's like, I think she's right. The underlying meaning of some scenes. I remember he was talking about that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. How when you see the reason why the kid doesn't talk is because he's getting molested by the dad, and the lady in the bathtub scene, or the bathroom scene where he's making out with her, and then she turns into her old lady. It's how he used to be into his wife and how he's not anymore because he's a creeper. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I've never been into horror movies because I'm such a scaredy cat. But I gotta say, watching Misery and Poltergeist, I was the one thing about them is that they keep you watching the screen the entire time. I didn't want to look at my phone because I'm what am I gonna miss? Something's gonna happen. Unless I'm hiding underneath the blanket or the pillow because I'm so freaking scared. But I said this before, I want to try a watch party on Twitch and watch a scary movie that's on Prime. I'll let you guys pick it out. We can do a watch party. And I want to do one that I've never seen before. See how that goes. Probably regret it because I already have a feeling people are going to pick the gore shit that I don't like. I'll have a couple vetoes. I'll be I can't watch this. Veto. I was in the best watch party day. We all watched Halloween 3, which was fun. Oh, whose stream was that? I've only seen Halloween 1. I've never seen any of the other Halloween movies except the first one. I've never seen Friday the 13th. I've never seen Nightmare on Elm Street. To my recollection, at least. Because I'm such a fucking scaredy cat. Can't watch scary movies. I just can't do it. I'm a baby. Or Hellraiser 3. I've never seen Hellraiser. Is that on, can I watch that on a watch party on Twitch? I actually need to figure out how to do a watch party. Never done one. An American Werewolf in London. I've seen that one. One of my relatives is actually in that movie. Mm-hmm. Definitely watch Nightmares. What are you spelling out? Do you watch Party for Labyrinth? Oh, I love Labyrinth. I'd probably just start crying. As long as it's not the remastered edition. I got my sister, like, it came with this box. So I showed my sister Labyrinth. Because, I mean, I'm the oldest sibling, so I would show, like, my younger siblings stuff that I knew that they'd like. And so we were always really into, like, fairies and fantasy and stuff. And so, like Lord of the Rings was, like, one of the movies that, like, we could all watch as a family because everyone was in, like, everyone liked that. Like, not, couldn't get my entire family to watch Star Wars with me, especially at the amount that I would watch it. And so I remember I showed my sister Labyrinth, and she was, like, obsessed with it. And I would hope she would become more of a David Bowie fan like me, but alas, she did not. But we always had this, like, love for that movie. And so when the anniversary edition came out, I got it, and I got the, like, the special kind of, like, box set for her. It was, like, I think, like, $80 on Amazon, but it came with, like, this special, like, Labyrinth box from that last scene. And I don't know, it's just a little extra. And so I got it for her. And, you know, when we were going through some of her things after she passed, I saw it, and, you know, she had it. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll take this with me then. And so I went to go, like, open it, and, like, I turned it on, and I was totally prepared to, like, sit there and cry and, like, think about my sister. And instead, when David Bowie enters, and he's, you know, the Goblin King, and he's going to start talking, they have some fucking music that's super loud, and you can't hear what the fuck he's saying. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, there's lines missing from it. And I was fucking pissed. I was like, what the fuck did they do to Labyrinth? And then I went on Amazon and I was reading reviews from people, and a lot of people comment on it. They're like, why is there fucking music over David Bowie's voice? Like, you can barely hear any time that he talks. And I'm sorry, but I mean, the movie, people watch that movie for David fucking Bowie, right? Uh-oh. Why was somebody timed out? What are they saying? Oh no. I don't think that was spam. What are you saying? Might have just, like, fallen on the keyboard. No, well, I'll come back in 3 minutes. But yeah, fucking love Labyrinth. And I was pissed off by that. So, if it's not that version, I almost did a video on it and, like, to bitch about how I was like, the remastered version's fucking shit. Like, what the fuck is this? You can't hear David Bowie talk. Yeah, I was not amused. I'm kind of glad that my sister, like, never opened it, because then I probably would have gotten, like, a text from her going, what the fuck is this shit? Why? She kept it in pristine condition. Have I seen Equilibrium? Also, what's up, Rhino? Yeah, I don't really like that movie. It's not up there on my list. It's like a mix of 1984 and Fahrenheit 451. I don't know. I wasn't into it. That kid, totally stood up for Dad in the end, which was cool. Redeeming moment. You think the psycho child is going to be bad, but then the kid's actually a good kid. Had his dad's back. But I'm like, you let your fucking wife die, man. You let them come and take your wife. Fucked up. Mother of your children. It's that didn't get him to, realize that shit's crazy. What movie came out first, Equilibrium or Matrix? Probably deserved it. Oh my god. Matrix, same year. Okay. Yeah. The one thing about those movies that came out in the late 90s, it's watching them back now, it's oh yeah, I know when this movie came out. Do you guys like Underworld? Me and my sisters all dig that movie. Even my mom. My mom loved Underworld. I think it was kind of dumb that everyone dies in the first. I tried watching the newer ones, and I'm just this is not the same. I'm not digging it. Not a fan of the new Underworld movies. Jack Show was member gated and not unlisted. So yeah, the reason why Jack Show, I felt like it would be too long to explain on Twitter or something. Okay, so what happens with YouTube? So if I were to unlist it, so it's off now. I got it. It's uploaded onto my second channel, my live channel, and so I'm just waiting for it to go through the approval process because I don't want to release it and then it get flagged again because I had to censor the ironically it got hit first by the music or when I didn't play any of the audio, but the clip of Jim Carrey as Axl Rose, that clip got flagged first. I got hit with copyright and it blocked that part of the video. So the entire time we're talking about that part is blocked. And then the rest of it is 18 and over. And then I got hit with the cop video. But so I didn't realize because it was so small that there was nudity. And I thought the woman was just wearing nude-ish clothing. I didn't realize that she's naked. Completely naked except for those shorts. When she steals the cop car. Which I'm I feel how did you let a naked woman steal your fucking car? Dude, I mean, maybe you just didn't want to touch her, which I understand on that sense. But so YouTube is weird. If you make things if they can't make money off of you, then they punish you. So the reason why I set it for members only was so that way it wouldn't get deleted or permabanned or get me struck. before I was able to download it, because you have to wait before you can download things. And I was about to pass out, so I set it to members only, which ironically, if people like try to flag it, it goes through like a different approval system. At least that's what at least from my knowledge of it, that's what I'm aware of, the way that it works. And so I was able to download it and get it, the next morning and everything. And then I had to wait for it to download and then wait for like to see all the parts that got flagged by it. And so again, like YouTube, they don't care as long as they make money. And so if I were to just unlist it, because it is partially blocked, because it is like unmonetizable, YouTube doesn't like that. So if a bunch of people go and flag it because they see like, oh, let's flag Anna, like all the people trying to flag Nick right now. If somebody just saw an unlisted video that they could get a link to on Twitter, and then they go and like they mass flag me because I showed that cop video, I don't want my channel getting taken down. So I put it for members only, because one, those weirdos that are mass flagging everyone right now, they're not going to pay a membership to my channel, because I guarantee you they don't have money. And two, because YouTube sees that they are able to make some kind of revenue off of it by it being members only, then I don't know, they haven't flagged it in the way that I think that they would flag it and like give me a strike or give me some kind of like slap on the wrist. So that's why. I know it sucks. I wish I could have explained it better, but then at the same time, those people that are like watching my Twitter and watching what I do and what I say, I didn't want them to know that, because then I know like they would do the thing where they do the membership, they go and they flag the video, and then they like undo the membership. So I just, because there's people going around mass flagging channels right now, I didn't want to risk it. So I apologize to everyone for the inconvenience on that. It fucking sucks. I wish that I could have just left it up and unlisted, but YouTube is YouTube. I didn't want to risk my channel getting banned, because that would fucking suck. So I hope that makes sense and you guys understand. But I'm glad everybody liked Razor Fist coming on. He was definitely fun. I was very happy that I messaged him and said, thanks for coming on. He said he had a great time. So thank you to everyone for being nice to my guest. I hope that answered your question about Jack Show. And again, sorry for the inconvenience. It will be up soon. I'm just waiting for it to go through the YouTube yay or nay thing, because I put like a censor thing over it. I didn't mute it, the part like with the cop video. So I'm hoping, because I'm not showing anything and we're only hearing like the audio, but I mean, all of us were talking. I hope I don't have to edit it again. It took forever to render, because it's like a 5-hour live stream. Yeah. So I was talking to someone the other day, and it was like very obvious that they had like recently spoke to someone that does not like me and was talking shit about me because they were like, I don't know, kind of like tiptoeing around a certain subject. And so finally I was like, all right, let's just fucking talk about it. You're tiptoeing around this subject. Let's talk about it. What's up? And then they only heard one side of the story. So then they heard my side of the story. They're like, oh, that's completely understandable once, hear from you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Crazy how, there's like, well, I mean, there's three sides to every story. There's what he said, there's what she said, and then the truth falls in the middle. But I mean, in this situation, it was like how I took the situation versus how somebody else took the situation. And I'm like, this is just like what happened. This is how I feel about what happened. And this is how, I felt in the moment. This is how I felt thinking about it. And this is how I feel now. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's completely reasonable. And I was like, yeah, I know. But, can't make everyone happy. That Jack show might have gotten the biggest views so far. Yeah, there was like consistently 2,300 people watching, which was pretty cool. I hope that you guys all like enjoyed watching it. I'm just glad that Razor Fist had fun. I always am worried that like I'm going to invite someone on and they're not going to have fun. Exactly. A person should hear all sides of the story before reacting. Yeah. I mean, I try to do that. But I mean, this is like a real, like real life situation, not like an internet situation. So I don't know. I don't like stuff like that. Because I'm just like, you know what? Everyone talks shit about everyone, and so when I interact with people, I try to judge them based on my interactions with them, not on interactions that other people have. Like, I mean, of course there's like situations where that person like did something completely in the wrong and like screwed over a friend. In that case, I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, you're dead to me kind of thing. But in this situation, I'm just like, I wasn't involved, and I don't know, because I'm friends with two people, they made me involved. One of them made me involved, the other person didn't. And so I'm just like, but you're mad at me because I didn't know about this situation and I was doing something while the situation happened. And then you go off on me because of a situation between you and another person, but somehow I'm the bad guy in that situation. I don't know. It just really hurt my feelings. And so I don't know. Finding out that, people that you considered really, close, and just, it's emotions get the better of people, and I try not to let it get to me, but I'm just like, I don't know, my feelings are just hurt. Had that happen to you recently? Yeah, it sucks, right? I'm just like, I wasn't even there. I wasn't involved in this in any way, shape, or form. But I don't know, people just always try to involve me in shit, and I'm like, I don't want to be involved in this. It's none of my fucking business. First off. Second off, I was doing something when all that shit went down. I didn't know until after the fact. And then after the fact, like, still, it's not my, like, I'm not responsible for another adult's actions, But you can't, can't control how other people react and respond to things, so you just got to kind of take it with a grain of salt and move on and do your best. Oh, life. What do you guys think of this eye so far? Rini got plastered today? Yeah? Good on Rini. Oh, she made 120K? Good for her. I think I got Fiendish 1. I just haven't read it yet. I've gotten so many Comicsgate books and I haven't read them yet. I think I might start doing reviews on my channel, but then I've held off on that because I'm like, here's my thing. If I do a review of a comic book and I really, really like it and I give it like this great review because I genuinely like it, and you know, I give it this outstanding review, and then a bunch of people are like, oh, I want Anna to review my comic book on her channel because she's got a big channel and it gets a lot of eyes on it and it gets all views and it'll make me all this money. So then I'd have a bunch of fake people trying to get my attention, right? But then what if they send me a book and I hate it? And my whole thing is that I'm as honest as possible. And so what if I get it and I'm like, they want me to review it and I'm just like, I fucking hate this book. Like, I think it's terrible and all of that. Like, they wouldn't be able to recover from that, I don't think. And then I'd make a lot of enemies. So I'm just like, I've been up in the air about doing it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I cover it? Did you read Cash Grab yet? No, I haven't read Cash Grab. I am waiting just like everyone else. I've seen like pages. Like, I know what happens in it, but I have not read it. I very easily could. I could just hit up Cecil and be like, yo, bitch, send me Cash Grab. And he would send it to me. I don't know. I just haven't. I don't know. Would you guys like me to review Comicsgate books? I might make it a rule where I say, like, I'm not going to read a book that's sent to me. Like, I will only review books that I buy. Then people will get mad because then they'll know what books I buy and what books I don't buy. What about Isom? I haven't gotten it in yet. I don't know. When I reviewed Cyberfrog, a lot of people got mad at me because I said that it gave me blue balls. Don't review people's books because even Ethan didn't recover from your criticism. I think I was very fair, though. But you know what? I think, and this is just from what people have told me, is that a lot of people respected me more because of that review because they know that I'm friends with Ethan. And I didn't just give him, like, this is the best book ever kind of review, you know? I don't know. I feel like I would make a lot of enemies. Like, I know people would definitely like it, but I don't know. I feel I don't know what to do. I really don't. That was a horrible take. I don't know. I think it was I think I was very fair with my review. And I could have easily like asked Ethan questions, but I was like, that's not fair to everyone else because I'm like, not everyone has access to Ethan to ask him these questions. Because there's a couple like Comicsgate books that I got that I really, really liked that I don't think got like any attention. A lot of people have fragile egos nowadays. A big problem too is like a lot of people have books on like things that I have no interest in, as you guys know. Like I mean, I like what I like, and so like some people are like, "Oh, Anna, like will you review my book like if I send it to you?" And I'm just like, I wouldn't like even buy this. Like, not that like the art is bad or anything like that, but I'm like, I just genuinely have zero interest in this genre. You, you know, like some genres aren't for everyone. And I'm just like, this isn't something that I would go out and buy myself because I have no interest in this genre, in the subject matter. Like, this is like the exact opposite of something I would be interested in. But then I'm like, well, then that'll tell if it's like good or not, as if it's something that I have no interest in, but it's good, you know? So I'm kind of up in the air on stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll review things that are good. But then people get offended if they know I bought their book and it's not good. Or in my opinion that it's not good. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh, you're worried about delays. It's hard when you're doing like a one person show, you know, with some people. I mean, it's not like you got all this like a big company to like back you up like Marvel and DC people have. I mean, trust me, I experienced it with my calendar. Like, I was super pissed. Like, everything was done. Everything was printed. It was just waiting for fucking binding to get off a fucking boat, which was really fucking irritating, especially when I could see the boat. Standing from the beach, I could see the fucking boat, and I'm getting told by like the fucking Coast Guard is going to come after me if I rent a boat to go out to the other boat to get my fucking shit. And I was even talking to the guys at like the shipping places, and they're like, yeah, Home Depot and like Lowe's are literally starting up companies for boats to go out to the big boats to get their fucking shipments off of boats. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? And they're like, yeah, it's going to become its like whole own industry if like, you know, the thing with the thing that changed our fucking planet for the past couple of years doesn't like let up. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, no, when it comes to delays, it's like there's some, like you could get everything done on time. Everything's done, everything's like turned in, everything's printed, everything's ready to go. But then there's that one fucking thing that screws you over and sets everything back. And it is a fucking nightmare. I've never been more irritated. And I'm just like, I own this. Like, I paid for this. It's sitting on the boat. Like, this is technically my property. Let me go fucking get it. And I was at the point where I'm like, because they're like, no, it has to go through customs. And I'm just like, can I pay a customs person to come out to this fucking boat with me? Like, I will pick them up. I will buy them lunch. I will buy them dinner. Just like we can go out to this boat. We can, you know, go fucking inspect this shit. Like, I will pay whatever the fucking overtime shit is. Because I feel like I was like, this is stupid. And they're like, no, that's considered piracy, ma'am. And I'm like, fuck you. How is that piracy? I own this shit. All for fucking binding. So stupid. So fucking stupid. But yeah. It's little things that you don't expect that will really get you. I just assume anything I back will take 3 to 4 years. Yeah, you know, I've backed so many projects that I don't even know anymore. Like, when stuff comes in, I'm like, oh, what's this? But I mean, that's one of the things with crowdfunders, though, is that it's not made yet. Like, you're supporting a crowd-funded campaign so that way somebody can make something. So I know that going into it. There's some projects that are pretty fast. There's one I think I actually might do a review because he's got another Indiegogo campaign. Now, I've never talked to this person like directly, but I did buy his book because I found it compelling. And I really liked it. And I'm looking forward to this next one. It's like his third book. But like his Indiegogo doesn't have very much, it's not, I think it should be making a lot more money because the story's really, really good. So I might do a review and like plug his Indiegogo for the next one. I'll film that and see if I like it. We'll see how I feel after I film it. And then you should actually do a full review of your first calendar. Wait, why would I do a review of my own calendar? It's probably not going to be a good review because I hate everything that I do. I asked people to like send me their reviews and I would watch them. I got a couple links, but they didn't work. I know the only one that like really worked was Doomatron's, and that was like he did like a TikTok review. Voltron. You guys are talking about John. Are you gonna see Black Adam for Henry? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah. Again, I don't know if he'll be in it or not, but I think he's going to be, but I don't know if we'll see his face or not. He's in LA right now. There's like all of these like press photos and everyone's kind of going crazy that he's in LA. It's not that weird for a Hollywood actor to be in Los Angeles, but everyone's making a big deal about it and everyone's tagging me and everything. I'm like, I already saw. I already know, guys. Trust me. If anyone already knows, it's me.
There's 61 people in here. Please smash the like button if you guys haven't already. I would appreciate it. But I don't know, guys. The question I have right now is, should I review the Comicsgate books that I bought or no? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys think that I should, and a 2 in the chat if no. So my thing is, I'm very, very honest, as you guys all know. Like, I always give my honest take on things, and I'm not very good at sugarcoating, so it's like, oh, you hear that, bug zapper? See a 2. Uh-oh. See 1s. See some 1s. Here. Okay, so I see more 1s than I see 2s. So if you said yes, tell me why. And if you said no, tell me why. I'd like to have some feedback. I think if it was like really like I didn't like it, I probably wouldn't review it anyway. Because like I wouldn't want to hurt somebody's like campaign. But I don't know. What do you guys think? 2, the butthurt will be strong with this one. Yeah. Constructive criticism is helpful if one can control it, one's ego. I like feedback for my own work. Yeah, see, that's how I feel. Like, when people were, like, criticizing, like, my Vampirella cover, a lot of people were just saying, oh, it's ugly. Oh, I don't like it. There was one guy that didn't know what contrapposto was, and so he, like, did a draw over of my Vampirella cover, saying, he was like, her shoulders are slanted to one side. I'm like, can't you see her hips are slanted, too? It's a contrapposto. So it's like, when I see stuff like that, like, I'm like, okay, well, there's some people that had genuine, like, criticisms, but, I mean, the whole, like, I don't like it, it's like, that's fine. You don't have to like it. It was an ode to my sister. Like, I don't expect everyone to like an art style. It's not my favorite art style to work in, obviously, because I never work in that art style. I can, but it's not my personal preference. But it was one that I share, or that my sister likes, so since I was doing something for my sister, I chose to do that. Oh, 2 definitely, because only true friends can handle honesty, and it's rare. Yeah. I don't know. It's something that's been on my mind. Because I kind of want to, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to deal with the headache of butthurt people.
People can be very sensitive. 2 might lead to a split in CG. Really? How so? Over like my review of things? Anna, you a proper geek nerd. If you backed projects that interest you, then your feedback would be honest and probably valued. I feel like people are raving about ISOM way too much. It's far from perfect, and Ripper should know its shortcomings for book 2. I haven't gotten it yet, so I can't say if I like it or not, or like how I feel about it. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's the best book in the world. Thing that I know with Eric is that he actually is somebody that can take criticism, and he appreciates like honesty. I have a lot of respect for Eric, so when I get it, that one I will probably review. What I might do too, like this is what I was thinking about, is if I like film a review and then like if the person wants to, I'll have them on my channel for a live stream where they can talk about the book and answer any questions that I have or that you guys have. And I thought that that would be a nice way, like to, because this is one of the things that I did with Cyberfrog, was that I could have easily, accessed Ethan and asked him questions, but I'm like, not everyone can just send a DM to Ethan right now and ask them a question as they're reading a book. Like, that's not fair to the people that are watching this review, right? So I'm like, I'm going to do it as if like I'm not that Star Wars girl and I'm just somebody that's reading this, and like these are the things that I was confused about, these are the things that I have questions about. That was my kind of idea. And one of the reasons I haven't gotten ISIM yet was because I was going to buy it with my PayPal account, and then all that stuff happened with PayPal because I couldn't find, I had like an old wallet phone case, and because it was so old, it like ripped and all my cards fell out, but they fell out in here, and like they fell out in between like all my shipping boxes, and I just didn't want to dig them out. And since I had all like my cards on like Apple Pay and like PayPal and stuff, I was like, I don't really need them, and if anything, like this will stop me from like spending too much money on stuff, because if I don't have the cards in person, then like, I can't be spending too much money. So I was like, oh, this is a good thing for me in a way. And so when I went to go buy ISIM, it was like right after all of that PayPal shit happened. So I was like, fuck. I was going to just use my PayPal because my card is connected. And I was like, fuck, well, I don't have my card to buy it because it's somewhere in my studio and I can't find it. And I really just didn't want to dig through shipping boxes. So it was my own laziness. So I missed like the campaign, but I bought it on his store website because it's still available. At least I think it is. And so I bought it that way. But so it's going to take a minute to get here. I think I'll probably be one of the last ones to receive it, but I'll get it. It'll get here when it gets here. When's her gallery opening? Oh, so my plan with all of these, everyone asked me what I'm going to do with 200 Eyes when I'm done. My plan is to do like a gallery show and have it kind of be like a fan meetup. So once these are done, I'll contact like galleries, or if anyone like knows places that, you know, have like enough wall space or have experience doing shows, that would be great. And then that would be like a fan meetup. So I would host like an art show, and like all of the paintings that you guys have seen me paint would be up on the walls. And then once I do that, then I'll ship them out to everyone that wanted to purchase their eyes from me. And for anyone that is concerned about like me selling these, literally it's mostly going to go to this cost of shipping a painting. Like I'm not really making money off of these. I just wanted to do it for experience. And I appreciate everyone that, you know, was kind enough to volunteer. But it's like the money that I'm charging for these, if you do choose to buy your eye, is it'll literally go into like obviously materials, like obviously paint costs money, the frames that I'm using for them cost money, and then the shipping, the packaging and the shipping of all of these is going to cost money. So that's like what the price really goes to. Like I'm not making a profit off of these in the slightest. I'll probably honestly lose money with the shipping, especially if people live in foreign countries, because it'll get pretty expensive because I will have to insure them and all of that fun stuff, and lots of bubble wrap I can see in my future. But so yeah, so if anyone, like I saw people like giving me shit on Twitter and like, oh my gosh, she's charging people. I'm like, do you not know how expensive it is to ship things? Like, do you want me to like not ship people their paintings? Like it costs money. And I mean, when you get an original oil painting from someone, I mean, that usually costs like significantly more. I'm basically only charging for like shipping and handling. I'm in Victoria, Anna. Oh, fucking A, man. That's going to be expensive as fuck to ship to you. Oh, my God. Okay. No shame in making money. I'll be paying you a bit more for mine. Oh, thank you. You don't have to. I do appreciate the gesture, though. Like I said, my goal isn't to make money on these. It's to get better. That's why I'm doing this. So people ask me, like, why 200? And so, ironically, I was watching Inside the Actor's Studio. And even if, like, I've never had any interest in acting in my entire life, like, I don't find that appealing in any way, shape, or form. But the way that James Lipton did his interviews and conducted himself and just, you know, got down to, like, these little details that you would never expect from, like, these celebrities, it was so fascinating to me to, like, if you listen to anyone that's mastered a craft talk about that, it's pretty fucking fascinating. So I loved watching that show. And Anthony Hopkins was on, and he said, like, he doesn't do any research on characters that he plays. He's like, everything I need to know about this character is in the script. So what he does is he says a line 250 times. And he's just like, once you say it 250 times, it becomes natural to you, and you know how to say it and to do it. And so that's his method of approaching a role that he's going to play. And so, and he talked about it. He's like, I heard, you know, once that he's like, you have to do something like 200 to 250 times to master it. So he's like, I just say my lines over and over again 250 times. And by the time I've said it 250 times, I know it. I know how to say it. I know this character. And he says everything you need to know about a character is in the script. So, like when he was doing Silence of the Lambs, he didn't do any research on serial killers or anything like that. Whereas the actor that played Buffalo Bill, like, did extensive research into serial killers and, you know, psychopaths and sociopaths and like the differences between those, which a lot of people don't understand. I'm like, that's why I like Silence of the Lambs so much, is because it has both. It has a pure sociopath, which is Hannibal Lecter, and then you have a pure psychopath, which is Buffalo Bill. And you can see like the difference. And so when people call like people names on Twitter, like, you're a psychopath, you're a sociopath, I'm like, you don't know what those are. Tammy Kit, thank you for the super chat. How do I buy your paintings? So you email me about it. If you volunteered for the eye project, I think I included in the email. Somebody said $200 is the minimum. I'm stupid, and I originally was charging $80, and then I bumped it up to $100. So I'm obviously not charging enough. But whatever. It is what it is. But so yeah, so that's why I'm painting 200 eyes, is because I want to master this, because I feel like the eyes are like the most important feature on a person's face. And so like that's usually the first thing that people, I know some people like notice smiles and stuff like that, but I don't know, I just feel like the eyes are very important. And so I wanted to kind of master that. Which I'm hoping by the time I'm done with this, I will have done. Also, I apologize to anyone if there's like tulip hair on your painting. I did the best that I could to keep as much as my puppy's hair out of these things, but sometimes it gets through. At least you know it's authentically from me. I'll pay $250. You want to start like an eye painting? If you volunteered for the eye project, then you want to buy it, you will have it. Cecil's been yelling at me to sell my other paintings. I think he might be right. I think I should. I just get so attached to things sometimes. He's 100% right. I know he's right. I just hate telling Cecil that he's right. So the other day, I like got this like huge boost in followers on Twitter, and I was like, what's going on? And I didn't see anything. Like, none of my tweets were, like, really blowing up. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting, like, a ton of new followers on Twitter. And I was like, all right, must be something in the algorithm. And apparently somebody that has me blocked was, like, trying to cancel me and call me a racist. And I'm like, just because you call me a name doesn't make me that name, you know? I'm like, I'm probably the least racist person you will ever meet. But whatever, they want to label me what they want to label me. All because I said LOL. All because I said LO fucking L, guys. And then I said Steve Rogers is Captain America. That is what they think makes me racist. And I'm like, if you guys think that that is racist, you've never experienced real racism in your life. But yeah, so I got this like huge influx of new followers because I guess a lot of people were like, Anna's not racist, we're gonna give her a follow. And I was like, thank you. But I couldn't see any of it because I was from behind a block button. And so I like logged into my art account and I had to like just look up like my name, that Star Wars girl. And that's when I saw it. And so I sent like myself the tweets and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I can't see it. It's because I'm fucking blocked by all these people. So it's just funny, like all the people that always try to cancel me, they do it from like behind a block button. Like sometimes they won't, but a lot of the times they will. And I just think it's funny. Don't worry about haters. I wasn't worried about it. I was just more like, why is my Twitter blowing up? Like, because usually I can see it. Because usually they're like reading over like one of my tweets or something, and so you can see what they're crying about, and it'll be in your timeline. This wasn't in my timeline, so I'm like, what is going on? Why do I have all this traction on my Twitter right now? And it's funny, nobody was commenting on my Twitter. It was all on like these other people's tweets. I saw this one chick who like talks about, she's basically like a Disney shill. Because if you go on her Instagram, it's just like her at like red carpet events. And she talks shit about my hair and she said I had a terrible wig. And I was like, it's very obvious that this isn't a wig, that it's my real hair. But that's one thing that they all like to like say. It's like, oh my God, your wig is so bad. And I was like, joke's on you, it's my real hair. Unlike you, I don't have to wear a wig. Which would probably make them mad if I said that. But I went on her Instagram. She's jealous because she dyed her hair like Rogue. Like she did the Rogue streak and nobody pays attention. And so she's trying to like virtue signal because she's white. Like she's white as hell. Like I always give people shit because I'm like, I'm not white. Like no one's ever treated me like I was white until I dyed my hair blonde. Everyone always treats me like people always talk to me in Spanish or Farsi. So people always just automatically assume I'm Persian or that I'm Mexican, which is fine. Both are very flattering things to be, in my opinion, at least. I'm like, ooh, I look like Princess Jasmine, or ooh, you think I speak Spanish? Thank you. You think I'm like exotic. Like I always find it very flattering when people think I'm either Hispanic or, Mexican or, shit, I just fucked this up. Okay, I gotta fix this. People think I'm Mexican or Persian. And I mean, all my cousins are Mexican, so it's not like weird for me. Like it's funny. My family is like Portuguese, Mexican, Chinese. Like talk about like as mixed as you can fucking get, right? And so like my whole life I've never been treated like I was white, like the way that people on Twitter want to act. But I'm just like, all right. But so this chick who was talking shit about me and my hair, I'm like, honey, you tried to do the exact same thing that I did. And the chick that did your hair, I'm sorry, she did it fucking janky. And Like, at least the chick I went to is good at doing hair. Like, she might not give me the exact color that I want or make it like the pictures that I show, but I think she did a pretty damn good job at giving me that rogue streak. You know? I didn't see anybody complain about it. But this chick, I'm like, oh, I see what the problem is. You're just jealous because you did the rogue hair, you did the rogue streak, and it looks like shit, and you're trying to do the same thing that I do, which is talk about like nerd culture, and you don't know anything about it because you're a Disney shill. You have a podcast nobody listens to, and in all your videos you look thin, but when you see you at red carpet events, it's very clear you hit the wall and you just know how to do angles. So I was laughing to myself at that. I was like, oh, I see what this is. I want to talk shit about my hair. It's like, go look in a fucking mirror. And she didn't even have the balls to tag me. She did a like a screenshot, and I said, like, next time tag me. She just wants my attention. No, she wants clout. She wants to be invited to the She-Hulk premiere. Because her like big thing on Instagram was like, oh, look, I'm at the Doctor Strange premiere. So she wants to go to the She-Hulk or some kind of She-Hulk event. So she's talking shit about me on Twitter, hoping the right people see that. That's all that was. And I'm like, the amount of hate that you give me isn't going to put you back in a size 2. I'm like, the only thing that's going to do that is putting the fork down. Which I highly doubt her doing anytime soon. Okay. Mm. What are you guys talking about? Tommy Lee Jones is quiet in interviews. Isn't Daniel Day-Lewis like the same way? I'm trying to think if I've seen an interview with Daniel Day-Lewis. Hmm. Okay. gotta blend this out a little bit. It's a little too harsh for me. Okay. All done, I think. Let's take a photo. What do you guys think of this one? You like it? Oh, cool. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. This was a fun one, definitely. Okay, let me edit this video. Post it up on my Instagrams. Painted a ginger. I think this is the second ginger. I reached out to Geeky Sparkles from Clownfish TV because she's a ginger, and I asked if she would like to volunteer, and she never messaged me back. Oh well. Probably like a weird message like, hey, can I get a photo of your eye? Like, she's probably weirded out. I don't blame her. She's gonna make reverse prints. Maybe it's because you keep saying gingers have no soul. I don't think she hears me saying that. Only you guys do. I say it out of a term of endearment. You soulless gingers. If I was a ginger, I would call my channel Soulless. Like, that would be like my online name. I would go by that everywhere. And I'd fucking rock the Soulless ginger thing. You guys are all probably like, Anna, you're fucking crazy. I'd rock it. I'd be... My online persona instead of that Star Wars girl would be Soulless. I think that'd be cool. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. This person has freckles. I just realized that. I'm like, something's off. Okay, I gotta paint freckles in. It's Let's try this again. A little bit more to this. Okay. Try this one more time. I knew I was forgetting something. They're very light freckles, though, so. They do have them. Of course, a ginger with freckles. Who would have thought? Oh my gosh, so much better. It's like there's something off and it was bothering me. Couldn't quite place it. Almost forgot this person's freckles. They are very light, though. Okay, cool. Got it. Now they got their freckles. Now I can take photos. Okay, looks so much better now. Okay. Okay, much better. Now I can edit the video. Delete. Come on. Oh my God, stop freezing. Never follow your heroes on social media. I know, you might get what happened to me, where Mark Hamill is just like a dick to you and William Shatner is nice to you. You're my hero. I know, I'm stupid. Well, Shatner is the one that had a much better career. Well, it's because he's got a nicer personality. Okay. Oh, look, the fag showed up. Okay. Let's save. Oh, wow, it's 4:55. Gotta film a video. Go inside and do my hair and my makeup and come back out and do a video. All right. Time to upload this to Instagram. Oh, Tuvok. This lady, you guys should all go follow on Instagram. It's called Commander Spock UFP. She's fucking fantastic. Like, when you go and you look at her paintings, it's weird because she says that she uses oils, but I'm like, I feel like she uses watercolors and inks. But she is like one of the best like Star Trek artists there is. Like, she just loves Star Trek, and she just, like, she's freaking awesome. Like, look at that painting of like her and Tuvok. She has like a yellow base. She's really nice. Like, she responds to like people too. Like, look at, those are prints of like, she does the like the space battles. It's really cool. There's Janeway. She's got a really unique style, but go follow her. It's Commander Spock UFP. She's been doing Star Trek art for years. She's so freaking good. But Spock is her favorite character. She did this really like cool like video talking about it. It was like an interview. But yeah, she's super, super good. One of my favorite Instagram accounts. Let's see if this will actually post. So this is what I always, it takes forever. You guys can see it like upload, so I just have to have it playing in the background. And it froze. That always takes forever. And the trick is you have to have like Instagram up. Oh, look at this lady. I like following her too. Her name's Carla Grace. Oh no, go back. Go to her. She paints like realistic animals. It's really cool. If it'll load. Go back. Maybe it'll load. No, couldn't refresh feed. Come on. Well, this is my Instagram feed. We'll watch this video for a minute. Oh, it's paint mixing. Oh, it's Winsor and Newton. That's why. Couldn't refresh feed. Fuck you. Just upload my damn video. Now I wait. But yeah, I painted 77 paintings, guys. I think that's pretty exciting for me. Pretty exciting, if I do say so myself. I got a lot of frames like done, so if you guys want to see. This is copper. This is the vintage copper. This is actually Raging Rhino's eye. So you guys can see there's a copper. There's vintage copper. Let me grab the shiny copper. I got some paint on the side of this one. Here's shiny copper. Now, it looks like there's more space on one side than the other, but it is evenly spaced. Like you see when I tilt it, you can tell. I don't know why it does that on camera, but yeah, so these are the copper ones. Let's, I don't know if I want to go grab the other one. Avoiding Insta as much as possible. Oh, why? So yeah, this one doesn't have the corner things on it, but this one isn't sanded either. So yeah, I get them. These are like drawer organizers, but they just turn out to be like the perfect size. And so I put the corner on that matches with the whatever leafing that somebody picks. So these two obviously picked copper. So here's copper corners with the copper. And then I have gold and silver as well. And that's kind of what they look like. And then on the back, I'll show you. This one doesn't have the, so I stained the back too. I wasn't for a while. And then I was like, I want to. But I screw them in because there's wood on the back of these canvases. And that's for when you hang them. So then I put this little piece of wood, screw it in because this is kind of thin. And I want there to be like some sturdiness to it. And then I'm going to put in the hanging thingy. But on the back of these, they have these like, it's so that way they can stack because these are like for drawer organizers. But if I put the little hanging thing on there, when you hang it on the wall, it'll be flat because you have these things on there. So I like that actually. And it has it a little bit, pushed off the wall. So I think it's going to be nice. This thing is taking forever to freaking load, man. Like, look, it hasn't moved. It's at the same spot. Just a waiting game. And then it uploads and then it's all nice. Oh, here's the chick that I was talking about. Yeah, she paints like realistic animals. It's really cool. And it froze. I'm number 79. Oh, well, I messed up all of the numbers when I went camping. So I'm like about 7 off. So your number might be a little bit higher than you thought it was going to be. I apologize. When I was like putting them into, like I was emailing myself photos of eyes when I was going camping, and I stupidly didn't have like the right numbers on. So when I got up camping, I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have these photos in order. I just emailed myself the photos, and for whatever reason, the number on the photos didn't copy over. So I was like, all right, I just kind of have to paint these in order that will load on my phone. And that's what I did. So the numbers are off. So I apologize. Load. Just upload, damn it. Yeah, I can show you guys while we wait. Show you guys grab the gold and the silver for you guys to see. I think everyone's going to like the silver because it's like super high contrasty. Okay. So let's, nope. Freaking open. Okay. There we go. So this is shiny gold. You guys can kind of see, like, obviously the ends are shiny. This is vintage gold. This one, also take in mind the canvases aren't perfectly square, so I spaced this one out, but it is a little like slanted on the top, so this one's kind of slanted, but that's because the canvas isn't perfectly square. I want to fix it, but so this one actually has the hanging device on it, so I screwed that one in as well, so you can put your little nail, your screw into the wall, put it on, and then it'll be like secured on the wall. So that's an example of like a completely finished one. Does this one have it? Oh yeah, this one has it too. So yeah, so here we have shiny gold and vintage gold. So yeah, those are those ones. Make some space so I can put these over here. Out of the way for right now, and then I'll show you guys silver. Oh, it uploaded! Yay! Fucking finally. Let me see if it. Okay, cool. Let me show you guys these first. So here's shiny silver, or vintage silver, and shiny silver. So like I said, these ones have like the highest contrast and like value. So I feel like everyone's gonna like these. So I don't know. It looks lopsided, but when you look at it straight on, it doesn't. It's irritating me. I have to redo these things. But so yeah, here's shiny silver. Matches this person's eye perfectly. They have kind of gray blue eyes. This person had very blue eyes. And here's vintage silver. I'll leave those ones up on there. Let me go pull up my screen. Oh, this doesn't have wheels. I have to like physically move. It's not fun. Not fun. Okay. I'm going to go share my screen. All right. All right. I just switched mics so I can do this. Look at all of my eyes. Here's the one that you guys just watched me paint. Here's the link to it. If you guys are on Instagram, go and give it a like. I would sincerely appreciate it. There you go. Oh, guys, we're only 3 likes away from 100. Could you guys, if you haven't yet, please smash the like button, please, and thank you. I'd sincerely appreciate it. Here it is. I guess I was doing this for 3 hours. 3 hours of me painting into a minute. A minute. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. Can I make it full screen? No, I can't. It's weird. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Ooh, yay, we passed 100. Thank you. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, go and do so. I'd appreciate it. No Twitter, no TikTok, no Insta. That's understandable. But if you ever want to, go and check out what I'm doing, that's where you guys can go and find me. And my arts, my paintings. But yeah, look at my freaking timeline. Look at this. Oh, all of those eyes are facing the same direction. That's cool. Doesn't happen. Oh, so is this one. This one, nope. Got this one going not the wrong way, but the opposite way. Look at, I think it's going to be perfect rows of 3 again. You guys don't know, I like on my Instagram, like just perfect rows of 3. It's going to be fun is when I do a big compilation video. Look at perfect rows of 3. Yay. Yay. And then I'm going to fuck it up when I paint the next eye. Look, this girl had freckles. Not very many freckled people. This guy had freckles. This person had freckles. I think this person had a little bit of freckles. Not very much. Freckles. Little freckles. Freckles. Very light. Very light. But yeah. Yeah. There you go. I think I've gotten better. As I scroll through things, I think I'm getting better. It's not perfect, but I think I am somewhat on the right track. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all your guys' feedback on my ideas on, you know, the reviews and stuff. I appreciate that as well. And once again, everyone, thank you so much for like hanging out and interacting. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, I could just do this and not stream it and like have a movie playing in the background, but I have fun doing this and seeing everyone's reactions and hanging out in the chat. So, yeah. I don't know what you guys are going to do now, but have a good day. I'm going to go inside, do my hair and do my makeup, then I'll film a video. I think I'm going to talk about the gay Superman book getting canceled. And then, what was it? There's another topic that I wanted to talk about. Oh, Thrawn being in Ahsoka, which, I mean, come on, we all knew. But yeah, everyone, I hope you guys all have a good day. Keep an eye out on my main channel for videos that I'll be coming out with soon. I usually release them at 8 a.m. and 12 noon. So keep an eye out on that. And everyone, with that being said, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. Leave me a comment on this video. Bye.